Hey everybody, this is Patrick with ECMMOGamers.com, and we are back with our continuing series on Blizzard Entertainment's Heroes of the Storm, their new MOBA. On Monday, you guys got to see my co-host Alex piloting Illidan. Well, I have Alex back with me again today.
Woo!
And today we're going to be checking out Sergeant Hammer. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Sergeant Hammer?
Sergeant Hammer is a siege tank from StarCraft II. She's ranged damage. She's more of a specialist class, so there's really no one else in the game that plays quite like her that I've seen. Lots of damage. I play a fairly balanced hammer, so you know, my big thing is the siege modes. I like to stay in siege mode, and especially when I start floating, a lot of times it's hard for me to even drop out. But she does massive damage from way out, and I also have another ability in here of hers that I really like, and you'll see that when we get in. I'll use it a lot.
All right, let's get this party started.
Shouldn't take very long with her. We'll see.
Yeah, it varies class to class. I actually had an issue recently where I went in to play as a melee warrior class and sat in queue for about 10 minutes before I canceled and switched over to Tassadar, my support guy that I enjoy playing, and queued right in. So it really depends, I think, on the makeup, how many people are playing what particular class at the moment.
And yeah, if you've played WoW and you've done the Dungeon Finder, you know support classes tend to get picked up really quick. So
yes.
if you're playing a healer, you're going to drop in. Tanks, really depended on the time of day and how early in the week it was. It's kind of the same way here.
How ironic is it? You're playing as a tank, but you're not tanking.
Yeah, I know. Of course. That's why I'm playing this tank instead of you.
True.
Well, it is taking longer than normal. I just got out of a practice mode with Sergeant Hammer, and we were doing the mines, and we were completely and totally dominant. It's all-around well-balanced range class. I'm not really sure how much I like the StarCraft guys in here. They don't seem to fit in as much with the other people, but I did have a problem with this character. And we're going Cursed Hollow.
Excellent. So now we're looking at the Raven Lord Curse, which makes the enemy forts not attack, and their minions have 1 health. Which I think this was the same map you did Illidan on, wasn't it?
This, I think yes. I did Illidan on this map, and then earlier today I played a different character on. So yeah, this is basically, you guys have been watching the videos long enough, you know how this works. We collect the tributes, curse the enemies, and roll through their forts. Let's see who I've got with me. And actually on this first talent, I choose Lethal Blast to increase my overall damage. So it looks like we have an Illidan, a Demon Hunter, and Malfurion. And I didn't catch the other person. I believe it's the Ghost Lady. No! It's the Barbarian. I'm following the healer. Good rule of thumb, go where the healer goes.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,
there we go.
1.
Alright.
Let the battle begin.
They're on their horses, so as the tank, of course, you don't get to ride a horse. That would be fun to watch. You try, but you're rolling on your own, so you do get a speed boost from time to time. So no mounts. You don't get to mount the tank. The tank doesn't get to mount you. Just waiting on our support heroes here.
Has left the battle.
Oh no.
It's boom
And running up against another Sergeant Hammer.
A hero has rejoined the battle.
We'll lay some spider mines to keep people from getting too close. And like I said, I tend to stay in siege mode as often as possible.
The enemy draws first blood.
Yep, and I died on purpose, trying to do as much damage. Before I could get out of my siege mode, I accidentally hit it. So it's kind of one of those things where, oops, and then, well, I'm going to die anyway. Might as well do as much damage as possible till I crash and burn. That other Sergeant Hammer is still down here, so I'm sure we're going to have us a nice little tank duel.
In my sights.
This ability, this 100 caliber blast, I use it a lot. It creates distance and space, and that's something that I feel like you need to have with Hammer. You definitely need to stay back. Use your siege mode to your advantage. Rainer got me there.
You have been slain. An ally has been slain.
Rainer is a beast.
Yeah, Rainer has, as you saw, a knockback ability similar to the one Sergeant Hammer has,
Yes.
to create distance. We recently got some feedback on our videos, which I appreciate you guys doing. Please keep it coming, and we are going to try to talk about our the enemy units a little more during our videos. So.
Now right now, they are almost a full level. They are actually a full level ahead of us. So we've got some ground to make up, and of course they picked up the first tribute.
An ally has been slain.
And we are not doing so well this game.
A hero has left the battle.
Absolutely.
And there's my counterpart Hammer.
Ready to drop the hammer. Rock and roll.
Of course, they're almost a level higher, so... Come on over here, Sergeant Hammer.
It's boom time.
Shall we see who can have this one?
You have
And the
been
first
slain.
tribute just spawned, or second tribute just spawned.
Yep, and it's like right up by the other one, so we actually have a couple of people up there. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit of advantage on it.
Fights away. I got this.
Of course, it'll be too late for me to join in.
I'm seeing a lot of red there.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah.
Choose a talent.
Okay, on this one, I actually do the 101 caliber blast. It creates a wall and makes people have to go around when you use your 100 caliber blast. Of course, they have 2 tributes now, so they are definitely...
That looked like a Kerrigan up there around that gate.
It was a Kerrigan.
Music to my ears.
A hero has left the battle. A hero has rejoined the battle.
We got Kerrigan and Malfurion. So Kerrigan is a melee assassin. Malfurion, of course, you will see this week as we play through with him. He is a healer support.
A hero has left the battle.
And looks like
Fights await.
our guys can't seem to stay connected.
A hero has rejoined the battle.
I got this.
And the tribute is right down, and of course they were waiting on her. Waiting on it.
An ally has been slain.
It's what I do.
And I did what I could, but
You have been slain.
Just too many of them.
too many of them there.
Arthas is a melee warrior tank. He has the ability to freeze the opponent in place. They have a pretty good team makeup, it looks like.
My curse upon you.
Lots of damage. They do have a healer.
Ready to go.
The enemy has destroyed a fort.
In my sights.
Choose a talent.
Okay, now choosing a talent here, Napalm. I love the Napalm strike, and it does a lot of damage.
Has left the battle. The enemy has destroyed a fort.
I also like that it's a hero ability that respawns rather quickly. A lot of the other hero abilities that you get are on like a 90-second timer after you use it. But the Napalm Strike recharges in about 10 seconds.
They are in our base, so this game is pretty much over.
Well, the curse is lifted, so
Fights await.
They've not started attacking the main fort yet.
A hero
They-
has rejoined the battle.
Are here.
A hero has left the battle. The enemy has destroyed a fort. A hero has rejoined the battle.
It's boom time.
A hero has left
There's
the battle.
Kerrigan.
yeah.
A hero has rejoined the battle.
It's like you and the Demon Hunter may be able to hold them off.
Alright, so basically I'm just sitting here doing what siege tanks do, and that is damage from afar. Of course, they've got Malfurion now, so they've got the healer.
Music to my ears.
Nice placement. Very nice. Uh-oh. Incoming.
Palace under attack.
Like I said, there's only so much you can do here. I mean, I've held them off for as long as I can. But it looks like they
Choose a talent.
are going to...
Wish my blessing you had better run.
There's tribute spawn. Looks like you've got a couple people up there close to it. Maybe they'll get it.
And I actually deviated from what I normally do. Normally, right there I would have picked the hover siege mode, but with us being this far behind, I figured the extra range was probably important.
Yeah.
So, they're going for the tribute. But this gate is down. They'll have to go around the other ones, so I'm still going to stay here and play guard. On defense. not a whole lot more we can do at this point.
Looks like you may have them coming in the north gate.
Yeah, once I see them on that north gate, I'll move to a more defensible position, but for right now, I'm going to stay here and see what... Oh, no, there they go. They're definitely headed up that way.
Proceed.
And when the boost comes in handy. And... Arthas is tearing me up. Luckily, we did have 2 people respawn right there at the end, so maybe they can hold them off long enough for us to do what we need to do. But looks like they're actually going to go for the tribute, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense
Is under attack.
at this point. Looks like we do have quite a bit of the cannon fodder in.
Fights away. Rock and roll.
I'm going to take up position around our... We'll take up position around our fort.
Choose a talent.
I'm going to choose the shield at this point since I'm being more defense right now. Just waiting for them to come in range. You can see them right here. Just at the edge. You see, this is, if I had picked the siege mode, this is where I would have started hovering so I could move and stay in siege mode and still cover what I needed to do.
An enemy has been slain.
And we took out their healer, which is good, but they're going for the tribute again, which once again doesn't make sense. They've got 2 of our gates down. Let's see why they don't just press forward.
An ally has been slain.
I mean, at this point,
An ally
our
has
minions
been
aren't going to
slain.
really do much with them at level 17, and we no longer have much firing at them. Our one remaining issue coming into our main fort is the coming into our base is this one little fort, which was at
25%?
maybe even if
15?
it was probably at 15%. So one concentrated push would have been all it would have taken.
I will join you shortly.
But looks like even the categories,
Yeah.
they're just drawing it out at this point.
Now.
That looks like they're making a push along the southern lane now.
Yeah. And I think what they're trying to do is just gain as much experience as possible. I'll see if I can't bolster the defenses.
An enemy has been slain. An
And
ally has been slain.
another group is coming up through the middle.
An enemy has been slain. The enemy has destroyed a fort.
And if you're wondering how we're tracking, and you haven't really noticed, down here at the bottom, of course, is the mini-map, and when one of my teammates sees one of the opposing teammates, it will appear on the map. If
Rock and roll.
if they don't see them, then of course you can't see their position on the map. So I only see 2 teammates, which is why I'm kind of sticking around the fort.
I hope you can.
I want to make sure that
Your palace is under attack.
I am guarding the best of my ability here. Enemy team is cursed.
An enemy has been slain.
This is really where they should have been smarter. They could have already been inside.
An ally has been slain. Fort destroyed. You have been slain.
And they are in the gate, or in the inside the inner gate. So this is going to be over soon, hopefully. They don't seem to be in a hurry at all.
Keep destroyed.
And I'm still 30 seconds away from regeneration, and looks like most of them are inside the base. Of course, looks like we actually got to their palace first for a
An
second.
ally has been slain.
Right up here you can see that their palace is still at 100%, but somebody hit it. So when they start hitting on our palace, it will appear here and it'll say
Let's go, Buttercup.
what we're at.
Proceed.
Choose a talent.
Okay, here, normally I would pick Fury of the Storm,
An ally
but
has been slain.
I'm going to pick Advanced Lava Strike at this point because, once again, I'm pretty much in defense mode.
In my sights.
The enemy has destroyed a fort. The hero has left the battle. Enemy slain. Palace under attack. Enemy slain.
Anytime you can take down the healers. Of course, I think that's pretty much true in any game.
Affirmative.
While I didn't get to do the build that I wanted, sometimes the game necessitates that you change up your tactics. I think this is definitely a game where that is something that needs to happen.
Music to my ears.
I didn't want to be led over into their camp.
I so enjoy watching you stray.
Ready to drop the hammer.
Wondering where the other Sergeant Hammer is.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's take down some hellfire.
Love some napalm. Napalm is your friend.
Take this mercenary camp.
Palace under attack.
Headed back to the palace. Doesn't look like whoever is hitting it very hard. Probably just minions.
It's what I do.
And that is the case. Just minions. And they're drawing this game out way longer than it needed to be.
Absolutely. In my sights.
If you wish my blessing, you had better run.
Affirmative.
I guess
An ally has been slain.
since we are doing this the hard way, I will
An
go
ally
and try to
has
get
been
the
slain.
tribute. So gathering up the tribute, that'll square us with them. 2 for 2. We are at level 22.
Affirmative. It's boom time. Let's rain down some hellfire.
Activating my stone skin.
Rain down some hellfire.
Giving him some hellfire.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, got him.
Who shall gather?
Very close.
Oh,
Get into the. You need to get into the circle to capture the mercenary camp.
yeah.
Your palace is under attack.
Looks like there is somebody.
Got it now.
Yep. Now I will get.
Uh-oh, you got
Tribute.
incoming.
You have been slain.
Oh, so close.
Unacceptable. You shall know.
And that really stinks that that person didn't stick around. They told me to go get the mercenary camp, and when I did,
Palace
they
is under attack.
left. So. And I'm 41 seconds away from being respawned, and they are on the palace, and the palace, of course, is cursed, so it's going to go down a whole lot faster. Strategy does come into play a lot in this game, and you have to be able to communicate back and forth what you're going to be doing. And if you tell somebody to go somewhere, then you got to be able to back them up and make sure your objectives
An
can
enemy
still
has been
be
slain.
met.
Fueled up, ready. Absolutely. Ready to drop a hammer.
Palace under attack.
Gather tribute if you wish my favor.
And we are still going.
An ally has been slain. Your palace is under attack. Enemy slain.
Alright, so we are close to the base, so I'm going to get in here so I can respawn, or I can regenerate faster. Get back up to full power. Or full health anyways.
Rock and roll.
I'm a little surprised they've not made more of a concentrated effort. I know I keep saying that, but this game should have been over 15 minutes ago.
In my sights.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have been slain.
I hope you can hurry.
2 tributes gathered, 1 spawning.
Yeah, it's definitely a little mind-boggling, actually. So we've got another tribute spawned. Don't know why anyone's going after it at this point, but we got them cursed. 3 of them are dead. And I mean, now we're pressing on their base. So if we end up winning this, they just flat gave it to us. There's no other explanation. And we're on their palace. Our palace is at 41%. We are now ahead of them in level. Somewhere over there, people are cussing because we shouldn't even be in this game. They are bringing... Nope. They were set to come this way. Looks like they're headed south. That's fine.
An ally has been slain.
Let's see what we've got over here. Oh, look at there.
To my ears.
Been slain.
Oh, so having him... Earlier on, when I chose to go with the longer range rather than the floating siege mode, it was because I thought I was going to be defending. Well, now that's coming to bite me in the behind, because now when I try to, as I'm trying to attack their fort, it'd be nice to be able to be in that siege mode and have a little bit of mobility instead of being stuck on the ground. But it is what it is, and you live with the decisions you make, and that's what we're doing.
Now I am complete.
On my way.
Truth be told, I would have probably left this game by now if we weren't recording. I want to see how it ends, I guess, since we are recording. It gives me an excuse to play on, but this game should have definitely been over a long time ago.
I got this.
They had our palace all the way down to 30%, or close to it.
Demands tribute.
Now we're back up.
It's what I do. Fire from the sky. Absolutely.
I'll let them fight over the tributes. I'm going for the
It's
base.
boom time.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Palace under attack.
Fire from the sky. I got this. Ready to drop the hammer. Fire from the sky.
It would appear both teams have capped at level max.
Yes, we are both level 25, so that's as big as it gets, guys.
Absolutely. In my sights.
Enemy slain.
So once again, we're on their base and winning. Looks like their palace is going to go down before their healer gets back up, and they've just lost their Sergeant Hammer. So this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. We actually...
What a comeback.
Oh, that's at 2%. Yep, there we go. So yeah, moral to the story is when you have the advantage, press it.
Exactly.
But for now, I'll take the win.
Alright, guys. This has been Patrick.
I'm Alex.
Good gaming.